Chris, how did you end up getting here to Hardin-Simmons?
My parents went here in the 1940s because their parents, who had not gone to college, felt like it was very important to send their children to college. And so each in their own way, my father from East Texas and my mother from West Texas, not far from here. Her grandfather founded the small town of Rochester, north of here. They scraped together the money and sent them here. And so they went here in the 1940s and had such a great experience that they felt like they wanted their children to go here. Said, I really don't want to go to the desert to go to school. And they said, we'll pay for it. And I said, where's Abilene? And so we came to Abilene. My parents brought me out here in the fall of 1980. And it was scary to be so far from home. But at the same time, I found that the professors had such a profound influence on me and that they were willing to get to know me and to work with me on my strengths and help eradicate some of my weaknesses and get me ready for life in so many ways beyond just the classroom, but as mentors, through chapel, through extracurricular activities, and many of the organizations that were here on campus that I realized I was getting an excellent education and growing. And so I had a wonderful experience here, and 8 years later, when I got a phone call from my mentor in the biology department, Dr. Rankin, called and said we have a faculty position open, and I was finishing my PhD in biology at the University of Kentucky. I flew in here that spring of 1992, and I knew that it was a good place for me. I had decided I wanted to teach rather than doing research, and that cemented it for me. I felt like God was calling my wife and I back to Texas. And it turned out to be a great opportunity for us because I got to spend a year and a half with my parents. My father died suddenly in his 60s about a year and a half after we moved back here, and so that year and a half was very special for us. And it was, I know, meaningful for them to have me come back and teach at their alma mater as well. And so they are 1949, 1950 graduates, and as a 1984 graduate, I'm very proud of this place, and I feel like the investment that people for over 125 years have made in students here has paid off and has maintained a legacy here that is still lasting.
Why do you love Hardin-Simmons?
I think Hardin-Simmons is unique in many ways. I think that while we embrace technology now and we're moving forward and we've started programs that are preparing our students to be competitive out in the real world and to go to graduate school and professional programs all around the country and be successful leaders in that arena, it also still maintains that family atmosphere where the students get to know each other outside of their discipline. They get to have fun moving into the apartments. My two sons are juniors here at Hardin-Simmons now. They've had a wonderful experience here, and yet they never plan to go to Hardin-Simmons, probably much like I did in my youth. And they've found it to be a great experience for them, each in their own way, as different as they are. But I think that Hardin-Simmons provides the opportunities for students to grow spiritually, in their academic endeavors, and also in their personal life. I can't even count the number of former students that have come back to see me that have married their spouse while they were here. They come back to show me their children. I'm now old enough to where I'm teaching and have taught for years now the children of the students I taught when I first came here. And I'm glad I probably won't be around to teach the grandchildren of the students I taught when I first came here. But I feel like it changes in the right way and at a consistent pace that allows the university to be competitive in what it offers. The opportunities here in athletics and other extracurricular activities at the university give students the chance to feel like they're getting a big college experience and yet in a family atmosphere, and they're allowed to achieve their potential and grow in ways that they probably don't even realize until years after they've left the campus.
What excites you about Hardin-Simmons students?
I think Hardin-Simmons students excite me because they come from all walks of life. From the kid that comes from a small school where there were less than 10 kids in their graduating class, but they have a love for learning. And then you get the kids from Plano and the giant high schools that are much larger than Hardin-Simmons, and they all have some common goals. They want to prepare to go out and be successful in the real world. They want to learn those real life skills to make them better communicators with their fellow students and with people, so they'll be successful in whatever it is they choose to do. And in many cases, athletics offers them an incredible opportunity to continue with their athletic skills, be competitive, play at the NCAA level, and still feel like they're contributing to their development physically, mentally, and emotionally.
What is the HSU difference?
I think the HSU difference is the freedom to explore and choose your pathway. There's no indoctrination here, but yet the boundaries are there and the programs are there and the guidelines are there to help students do that with mentors, with the opportunity to grow and develop, but also to do it within an understanding that what they're going to need in all aspects in and out of the classroom is available to them to take advantage of. And so I think students that leave here begin to appreciate that while they're here, but fully appreciate it when they get out in the real world, right? or continue on with their professional education.